Hello, YouTube. This is Chaos Ripid, and this is another episode of Sudeki Grind. And in this episode, I am. Oh, I got my headphones actually in the wrong position. But while I'm here, I'm hoping everybody's having the best, wonderful, fantastic day. I'm hoping everything in your life is working out so awesomely and just astronomically well. Okay, I'm hoping, and well, I'm not gonna be religious. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be that crazy. You know what I'm saying? Because some people are and some people aren't. So I gotta respect that. But still, I'm hoping everything about your day is going well, and I'm hoping that you have a smile on your face while you're taking care of your business in your place. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I guess we're just gonna keep moving, keep going. I got, let's see, what I got going on right now. So, still grinding, level 10. I did look up a little information. Not much, but just as in, like what's going on and things of that nature. So let's see. How much? Let me check this out right quick.
All right, kid. Gobbish the name.
I know. Gotcha. Okay. So right now she's anti-venom, so she won't be poisoned. Yeah, I'm gonna just keep popping that into her. Yeah. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense right for me right now. Critical. Nope. I'm thinking about going about half and half just because of like the way. Like right now is basically what 10% each, so I might do half and half. I'm not really sure. I got enough money to do whatever. Oh man. No, not right now. So let's see. I don't think any weapon right now at this point in time. Why did I do that? Why did I do that? There's just okay. Cool beans. I'm thinking of like the PlayStation or whatever. Like, so no. Can't change those. I am tempted to do this, but at the same time, like, I don't know. It all depends on how I feel. Let me see. What does this one do? Okay. Oh, no. Well, I mean, it's already at 10%, so. But, you know what? I am just going to leave it alone for right now. And just go and level up and call it day. Because we need money. I need money. I need money. I need some money. Money, yeah, money. So what I am going to do is, and I know that it's what, the 4th episode now, so maybe I might even tell people up front. I will put the playlist of the main story in the description, and I will put the grind sessions, like what's in between them. Like this is between, Tao picking up Ailish and Tao taking her back to the palace. I might even call it like Tao and Ailish to, I don't know, something like that. Like Tao and Ailish going to the palace, grinding to the palace. Not grinding. Leveling up towards the palace, right? That'll be my grind session, basically. My level up session, basically, because at the end of the day, that's all I'm really doing. And, you folks are going to see a difference between the leveling and stuff like that. So, now, I thought about giving her, like,
You will burn in the inferno!
oh wow, how many? Okay, I didn't barely take any of them out. Ouch. So, but yeah, I'm gonna link both playthroughs to each other in the description. That way, at least you'll know. Like, I'll make a separate playlist because it's just Tao and Alish. Is it Alish? It is Alish or Alish or Alish. I can't remember now. That way it's just easier. I know I'm saying it over and over again. Some people like the grind, the whole level up grind thing. Some people don't. So, that's not you. I understand, but just know that, yeah, I trying to level up, and I don't want to do it in game. You know what I'm saying? It's just not fun for me. And I have learned that sometimes, while I'm leveling up and things of that nature. See right here. I'll show this no problem. I kind of figured it out when I was dealing with editing earlier on. What do I want to do? Technically, I got enough, so I'm just gonna keep doing that. Cause all I'm gonna do for real is just level this up as much as possible. What'd I get? Got 3, 1. Okay. All right. Oh wait, what the towel? I forgot to check on towel. Oh, yeah, I ain't gotta worry about him. But I do gotta find something else to talk about. So let's see. Try to fill in the video as much as I can. Oh, well, actually, I bought my first audiobook today, which for most of you guys who've probably seen this, it's like, duh. But I'm like, this is my first audiobook. I came out of pocket. Like, I went to the library and got the book, and to me, it made a lot of sense. So I was like, you know what? Let me just pay for the book. But I didn't want to do what I did last time and pay for a physical book, because a lot of times, and I know a lot of people are ashamed to say this, but I'm not. Majority of the time, I don't have time. I don't have time to physically look at a book because I'm working. Like, I could be spending my 8 hours of my day just like doing my regular job, and then listening to the book, you know, and it's easier for me to get the information a lot faster too. Don't get me wrong, I will still go to the library and read the book to a certain extent, but if it's worth buying, yeah, I'll just buy an audiobook and call it a day. Like, that's me, you know. I'm not, now don't get me wrong, a physical copy, you know, you run through the same thing that, yeah, you run through the same thing that most people who buy video games digitally, that's what I said, you know, go through. It's digital media, so yeah, it has the same problems, you know. But at least I know, one, that the person who wrote the book is doing the audio, and two, it's like a 7-hour book, so I can basically listen to it 3 times during the day. Not 3, about roughly once a day, just to make it easier for me. Trying to get enough of these. Come on. And go. Please be enough. Please be enough.
Burn in hell, you fiends!
Timing is just right. Yes! Awesome. But yeah, like, I can get through, like, it's a 7-hour book, so basically it's an 8-hour day. At the end of the day, I can get through it in 8 hours. And I think I've read, like, for example, I think for whatever reason, I end up finding Robert Kiyosaki's Rich Dad Poor Dad audiobook. And I had no issues listening to this book over and over again. You know what I'm saying? Like, and a lot of people just want, you know how, perfect example, you know how school teaches you basically to kind of, I gotta be, it's a shame I gotta be politically correct. School gives you a boatload of instructions, and you follow the instructions and move forward, and then when you get out of school, you kind of find out that, you know, most of that instruction wasn't necessarily worth anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was worth something, reading, writing, and arithmetic. And if you're a doctor, lawyer, you know, something specific, or if you're something that you're interested in, then yeah, some of the education might work. But if you're trying to be, like, case in point, a real estate agent, just a real estate agent, no school. At least no school for that. It's mostly hard knocks. Learning, moving on, calling it a day. Let's say you want to learn how to, I don't know, build a house. Go to carpentry school, right? I ain't got to argue with that one. Like construction, trade schools, no issues. Because they teach you how to they let you make mistakes, and then they teach you on the job training, you know, to be better, do better, you know what I'm saying, and all that kind of stuff. So I got no issues with on the job training, because you're getting paid to do so. Oh wow. You know? But most of the time you go to school, which I'm not, let me say this, I'm not hating on it. I'm not. But you go to school, you get a job, pay off debt, and sometimes you can't even use your degree. A lot of times you can't use your degree. You know, or AI replaces you, and now you're kind of up in the air about what you're going to do with your life. Like, you have, like I said, I'm not saying that, going to school is a bad thing. It's not. But where in school, let's be frank on something. Where in school are you going to learn social media? Where in school are you going to learn, I'm being for real. Where in school are you going to learn about the basics of taxes in high school? Like, you can use them right now. I ain't talking about college. I'm saying high school. Think about it. Aren't most kids, when they go to college, rack up debt and they work, which means they have to pay taxes on the money that they have? Think about that for a minute. You pay taxes on the money that you actually have. You get refunds and stuff like that. You see what I'm saying? So, in that, a basic understanding of taxes would have been paramount. A basic, nothing specific, just the basics. You know what I'm saying? Nothing. How about, okay, what about this? And now let me say it clearly. What about owning a business? I'm not saying administrative assistant. I'm not saying, being a lawyer. I mean actually running a regular business. Like the corner store, a laundromat, a fish market. Well, here's one. Balancing your checkbook. Using percentages to go to the store to figure out how much money you're going to have to come out in taxes. Strictly that, which means you can use it as soon as you learn it. Right then and there, and you practice it. You become the cash register, and you learn it. Comes second nature to you. Now, they do teach you how to be a cook. No arguments. No arguments on how to be a cook. Right? But do you work in a restaurant a lot of the time and learn how to be a short order cook? Like doing serious cooking. Like get paid to cook. You know what I'm saying? Fast food restaurant kind of cooking. To be a good manager. Not just be on time, which I'm not saying isn't good, but just, hey, whatever when it comes to a restaurant, whatever managers do, every element of it, whether you're washing dishes, and learning to be humble. Oh wait, I got one for you, which I never thought I would actually. Where could you learn? Check this. How to be emotionally intelligent. Not mentally intelligent. Emotionally intelligent. A basic understanding of it. Basic understanding of it.
Burn in hell, you fiends!
Nothing specific. You know what I'm saying? Like, just a basic understanding of it. A basic understanding of it. You know? What? I haven't seen one one school, and I'm not saying that they're not out there, but I haven't really seen one public school that is underfunded actually teach students about sales. Yet the majority of the time when it comes to sales, you make the majority of your money there. At least a lot of people have. When you're good at sales, oh, you can make more money than some lawyers. You know? I mean, come on. Yeah, you can have, I'm not, no, let me say, I'm not hating on this, but you can learn to be an administrative assistant. You can learn to be a lawyer. You can learn to be a doctor. You can learn to be a pediatrician. No hate. You know? You can learn all the doctor, lawyer, plumber, engineer kind of stuff. No issues on that. You know? Chiropractor, yeah, because it's a doctor, right? I think it is. I'm not sure. I am not sure on that point. I'm not going to fake like I did. Here's one. Now, here's something that does make sense. That I am glad to see in school now. You learn how to build video games. Nothing wrong with that. You learn to build video games? Oh yeah, okay, cool. I got no issues with that. It's a step up. But you ever notice that a lot of times, when it comes to regular school, basic school, everything that you learn, and I'm saying as a 40-something-year-old man, when you get to the first 2 or 3 years, you learn that basically all they did for real was just babysit you so your parents could go to work. Instead of just teaching you skills that you can use. A basic understanding of balancing a checkbook. You are learning math already. You're learning math. You're physically learning math. You're learning calculus. And they dog you out when you try to learn the basic understandings of a budget. Yet when you going into the world, what's the first thing you gotta run into? Debt and taxes, right? Which means you gotta budget your money out. Do you know, if you knew that, let's say you wanted to go into debt to go to school, if you knew there's nothing in school that will help you in no way, let's say, would you really waste time going to college, not high school? High school, I think everybody should go. But waste your time going to college if you know there's no return on your investment. Just learning about basic investing. I'm not talking about 401k and Roth IRA and all that, which I'm not hating on it. I mean, I wish they teach that at least. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they push it towards you, but they don't teach it for real. You know? But the basics about a mortgage. You already going what? You're already doing percentages, aren't you? Add, subtract, multiply, and dividing, right? Adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing, right? You know, you learn language arts. How to be an author? Well, they probably do teach you that. I can't argue with that one. You know what I'm saying? They do teach you how to be a writer. So no hate on that. No hate. But all the basic business sense, you know what I'm saying, that okay, let's be extreme. You learn no kind of understanding when it comes to real estate investing as a whole. As a whole. Just a basic understanding of it. You mean tell me they can't pull nobody in school, a teacher that has property on the side? You know what I'm saying? What? How many jobs is in it? What? Property manager. Okay. You're managing somebody else's property. You're you're managing somebody else's property. You're collecting rent. You're making sure that the grounds are okay. How many skills are in that? You know, construction, right? Okay. Unions and stuff like that. No issues on that. None. But wait. You're missing one. You're an independent contractor. So wouldn't that mean that you have to learn about debt and taxes? Because here's one. Because 60% of what you make, unlike employees who usually, now I am not a tax expert, so please check with your tax professional, okay? But if you know you're going to lose 60% of your income, wouldn't that mean that, you'll know how much you'll probably have to work? Which means every dollar that you make, you lose 60 cents. Basic understanding. A basic understanding. I mean, come on. If you choose to be a nurse, a really good nurse, right? Right? A really, 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 really good nurse. And don't get me wrong, they got classes for nurses there, so hey, I understand. But even in that, my question is, even though you make more money as in making more money, why are you still broke? Wouldn't at least one skill, since I've seen a lot of nurses are female. Not all, but a large amount are female. Wouldn't childcare be a thing to learn? Basic childcare? Basic childcare. Not saying that all women, I mean, heck, men need to learn it too. Let's be frank. It needs to be fully ungenderized. Ain't even a word. Childcare needs to be learned. How to not cuss in front of your kids. Keep your business outside. Not in the house. You know what I'm saying? Just because it ain't hurting the child directly now don't mean it's not going to hurt the child later. You know what I'm saying? Teach them let's be frank, teach them how divorce works. A basic understanding of it. Child support. You know what I'm saying? Who gets hurt in child support and alimony the majority of the time? A basic understanding instead of them learning on TikTok. Instead of just having somebody going like, I'm going to take care of my responsibilities. And you don't even know what your responsibilities are? How? Here's one. Funny enough. Learn self-control. A basic understanding of self-control. A basic understanding of self-control.
You will burn in the inferno.
And that's not just male. That's female too. Because remember, even though most males usually go by action and do some dumb stuff, female, mental and emotional. And physical. So it's both. Mental, emotional, and physical. On both. A basic understanding. Just because you mad at somebody don't mean you hit them. Just because you mad at somebody don't mean that you shout at them. Just because you mad at somebody don't mean you disrespect them. It shouldn't take somebody of the same sex to discipline you, who is around your same age, to discipline you and show you why sometimes it's probably best to just be quiet. I'm censoring 90% of this as best I can. So, but yeah, I mean, and we get it. You know, you learn most of your lessons from your parents, and your parents a lot of times are human. They don't know everything. They working just like you're about to start working. You know? So they're not perfect. A basic understanding of psychology. Notice I'm saying basic, which means probably stuff that you could probably unfortunately learn off YouTube. And you mean tell me you can't find a teacher to do that? Like that's why a lot of times people learn stuff unfortunately through TikTok, Instagram, and all this other stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because ain't like you don't get it from anywhere else. And it's a shame too. Where it would have took somebody funny, it usually takes people like a small amount of time. An extremely small amount of time for having one conversation.
Burn in hell, you fiends!
And then, if questions are needed, let the questions be asked so they can learn. Mistakes have to be made so you can learn. And I learned all that from reading. Real talk, I have from reading a book, but also going through life. Like, there's nothing wrong with chasing your dream. Just put a business behind it, or have something to supplement your income. You know. Oh yeah, you know you can learn to be an agent, which is awesome. You know, you learn sales, okay? You learn to be an agent. But last time I checked, you can also wholesale. You can also submit to the existing finance. You can also, you know, I mean, you see what I'm saying? Like, you know, Airbnb arbitrage and Airbnb. You know, or vacation homes if that's what you want to do. I mean, you know, investing out of town. I mean, remember, this is just random stuff. I'm just thinking, you know, because I read the books every once in a while. But yeah, like, how is it that people who write these books, right? If they come out with an audiobook and they just, it's like you ever read a book? Perfect example. When people want to learn about anime, right? Basic anime. They already know you gotta learn how to draw. You gotta learn storytelling. Because you remember they're writers, they're animators. You know, whether it's small, big, depending on where you're starting. Storyboard writers, illustrators, and things of that nature. You know, and all this. And remember, this is stuff that you like to do. Whether you want to do it through manga or comics. Like I know they're different, but I'm just saying for both. You know, for the understanding part. You know that you gotta do both of those and get really, really good. But nobody tells you that if you're not working and you basically aren't in a union or something like that. Now, help me out. Some kind of union or something close to that. that it's a good chance you might not be working. So you got to make your own. You got to be independent, which you already know. Independent contractor, self-employed, small business, you already know what's up. And you have to learn social media. You actually have to learn social media. There is actually I wouldn't call it a formula. There is a process behind social media. Oh, cool. You know, there's a process behind it. And, you know, once you understand the process, you can move forward better. You know, I'm not trying to say that there's a simple system to make things work a lot better. I am not saying that. I'm not saying that at all. But what I will say is that most of the time when you want something to work, one, you got to put it into practice. You got to make it practical. And it has to be simple for you, or at least doable. And in that process, usually, you end up making systems and programs mentally, or through trials and tribulations, or through I can't remember what the proper saying is because I'm a little tired. You know, well, like I said, through trial and error. You know, through trial and error, learn the right way of doing things, and eventually, if it's making enough money to scale, now that's what's not taught. To scale above a small business, you got to relinquish part of duties to people who are better than you. Yeah, you know, I mean, at the end of the day, I'm not saying school isn't worth going to, but it's like, how is it that people who don't go to school, let me say it like this, people who don't learn the traditional way end up being the bosses, and the people who go through the way that, you know, you're supposed to go end up being the employees? That's strange to me. That is strange to me. But, you know, to each his own and to each his whatever. So, you know, no hate. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not hating at all. I'm just kind of one of those things where it's probably best to, you know, put forth some effort and try something different. At least combine learning from other things and learning other things from other people, other other cultures.
I shall lead us to victory.
Watch this. Yeah, gotta work this out because I ain't done this. You got me. Hold on. Oh, that's why. Me. Come here. There you go. Alright. But yeah, like learning from other cultures, learning from other people, learning from other sources to be better. That's all. That's it. That's it. So, you know, that's my rant for today. You know what I'm saying? Oh my goodness gracious. I got called up. I got called up. So, this is Chaos Ripper signing out, saying thank you. Have a blessed, wonderful, and fantastic.
You will burn.
Wait for it. Wait for it. Because I want to get this done quick. Oh yeah. And guess what? It's gonna happen again.
Burn in hell, you fiends!
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. It's like that. Oh man. Okay, that's about 40 some odd minutes. The only thing I probably have to cut out, I'm gonna cut it out. So it is what it is. But yo, this is Chaos Ripper signing out, saying thank you. Have a blessed, wonderful, fantastic day. Look, people, I'm not dogging out people who go to school. I'm not even dogging out the systems that make you smarter from a book sense. What I'm saying is there's more ways than one to learn. There's more ways than one to be successful. And there's more ways than one to be great. Why aren't some of these lessons that work, that actually work? The basics, not the higher end stuff. The basics. The small basics. Why aren't they taught in school? By people who just know how to do it. They don't have a degree in it, but they know how to do it. Think about it.